sets,
Yeah.
and even predicting policy outcomes.
Hold on, predicting policy outcomes? That sounds pretty powerful.
It is. Imagine being able to anticipate the effects of a new law or regulation before it's even implemented.
Okay, yeah, I see where you're going with this. But I gotta say, it also seems a little risky. Like, handing over that much decision-making power to algorithms, doesn't that make you a little uneasy?
Oh, absolutely. There are definitely valid concerns about AI in government.
Like what?
Well, one of the biggest is the potential for unintended consequences. AI algorithms are only as good as the data they're trained on, right?
So if the data is biased, the algorithm's going to be biased too.
Exactly. And that could lead to some pretty unfair or discriminatory outcomes.
Especially when you're talking about government policies that affect people's lives.
Right, the stakes are high.
So it's not just about the cool factor of AI. We really need to think carefully about the ethical implications.
Definitely transparency, accountability, fairness, these are all crucial considerations.
It's kind of like that saying garbage in, garbage out, but with much higher stakes.
Exactly. We need to be mindful of the potential pitfalls.
All right, so AI is streamlining services in Estonia, informing policy in Canada, and potentially reshaping the entire U.S. federal government with Project 2025. It's clear that AI's influence is only going to grow. But there's another aspect of AI in government that, well, it kind of feels like something out of a sci-fi movie.
You're talking about pre-crime, right?
Okay, yeah, pre-crime. Using AI to predict crimes before they even happen. I mean, it sounds like something straight out of Minority Report.
It does, and it's definitely one of the more ethically complex applications of AI.
So how would this even work in practice?
The idea is to use AI to analyze massive data sets, things like crime statistics, social media activity, environmental factors, and then identify patterns and predict where and when crimes are likely to occur.
So instead of reacting to crimes after the fact, law enforcement could potentially use AI to prevent them altogether.
That's the theory, but it's obviously a very controversial idea.
Right. I can imagine. It raises all sorts of ethical questions. Like, what about false positives? What if the AI system predicts someone's going to commit a crime, but they don't? That seems like a recipe for injustice.
It's a huge concern. And then there's the issue of data bias.
Right, if the data itself is skewed, the AI's predictions are going to be skewed too.
Exactly, which could lead to certain groups being unfairly targeted.
It's a slippery slope for sure.
The development and deployment of pre-crime systems would require incredibly careful consideration